Hello and welcome to JP's LEGO Reviews. Today I'm going to do a comparison on these two helmets. The Boba Fett helmet on the left and the Scout Trooper helmet on the right. Today I'm going to be judging these sets on three different pieces of criteria. Okay, let's talk about displayability for a minute, because this is really important when it comes to sets like these. So which one, in my personal opinion, is the most displayable? And I gotta say both of them. The reason why is because these are brilliant display models. They were purpose built for displayability, and they have hit that on the head perfectly. They are properly proportioned. There's nothing really weird that makes them undisplayable. They just are the right size. They're just everything you want in a good displayable set, if you get what I mean. Like, there's no real flaws when it comes to displayability. And let's now move on to the realism of these sets. Which set do I believe is the most realistic? Well, I gotta be honest with you, they're both really realistic. There's nothing really out of these two which makes them really more realistic than the other. They're kind of equal that way. Now, the Boba Fett helmet looks really clean with the visor and also the shaping. And same with the Scout Trooper. The shaping on this thing is almost perfect. Now, it is Lego, so you're going to have some more like jutted corners and stuff like that. But you're going to expect that from Lego. It's Lego, not like, for example, Hasbro. And because considering it is Lego, these are very realistic helmets, and that you do have other builds that don't have this level of precision and realism. But these two are equally realistic. And for that, I'll give them a tie. Let's move on to the value of these sets. Now, when it comes to value, it's really, really close. But there is a slight winner. The slight winner goes to Boba Fett. The reason why is, let's just compare them side to side. Now, Boba Fett is wider. He's about the same height, and he's just a bit thicker overall. Also, with Boba Fett, he has 150 more pieces. The Scout Trooper has 470 around pieces. He has 640. Now, pieces, that sort of thing, I don't usually count that when it comes to value, but because these sets are so close when it comes to value, the only difference is the Scout Trooper is a bit thinner, meanwhile the Boba Fett is a bit thicker. I will give them equal value, but it only applies to countries like Australia. In the US, this set is actually $10 US, I believe, lower than this one. Now, this is 60, and I believe this is 50. If that's the case, then they're equally valued in my opinion. Maybe leaning more to the Scout Trooper, but because they are equally $90 in Australia, I have to give it to Boba Fett because it's just clearly better value. Now, let's move on to the building techniques of this set. The building techniques part of this set is extremely close too. The reason why is they are very similar types of builds. They are both helmets, and they are both relatively enjoyable to build. Now, I gotta say, I think the Scout Trooper has slightly more interesting building techniques than Boba Fett, but also Boba Fett had really good building techniques too. So I can really give this a tie because it's relatively the same, and there's nothing uncomfortable about building this. Like with maybe, say, Baby Yoda or Yoda, it can get a little bit repetitive, but because of the nature of helmet builds, there's nothing really that repetitive about these builds. But let's move on to my final thoughts. What are my final thoughts about these two helmets? Well, the winner by so slightly is Boba Fett. I think Boba Fett, honestly, it's just got to do with value. Because they're the same amount of money in Australia, you just get a bit more substance, if you will, with Boba Fett. You get 150 more pieces, and you just get the same price. The Scout Trooper, though, is really, really, really close. And I honestly was going to collect named characters like Boba Fett, Darth Vader, and the now rumoured Mandalorian helmet, but I changed it up because of this Scout Trooper. Because this Scout Trooper is so realistic, I had to ditch that plan. I'm not going to get Darth Vader anymore, and I'm going to get this instead, just because of how good it is. Also, check out my Christmas recommendations for LEGO Star Wars if you want to check out why I chose this helmet. And yeah, it's really great overall. But out of these two sets, apart from value, if you're not really that value concerned, it's just got to do with the character you like. If you like the look of the Scout Trooper better, get the Scout Trooper. If you like the look of Boba Fett get Boba Fett. If you like the Book of Boba Fett, the show, then get the Boba Fett set. If you like the Scout, like, it's really personal opinion on what you should get. As just financial advice, I can't really tell you which one is better for a lot of reasons. It's more personal preference than anything. Well, that is it. I hope you enjoy your day. If you want to see more content just like this, then please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, then please smash the like button. And you know what? Keep building.